Yakim. It's the Grand Rapids Captain, Yamar Kai.
Alright, Yakim.
Master Quad.
Giving all praises and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The honors the apostles, great millstone, honors and salutations to you brothers doing the work in truth and sincerity. And well, just like the title has said, the hopeful elect is feeling this oppression in America, and we're gonna get right into it.
Alright, so I got an article. Open up with the article first. Right, because, we were just talking the other day, me and the brother was fellowshipping. And, I got a family of 6, so, I know what the fuck this poverty is, I'm not a rich man by any means, goddamn it. And, we just pretty much got to talking, and I saw something. I use a pantry every now and then. I'm a medically retired vet, and get benefits. Yet, they try to restrain you and hold you back. Matter of fact, can you please get that in what is that, in Ecclesiasticus? About,
I got it already. Ecclesiasticus 25. That's one of the scriptures, actually.
Because, I'm one of the best that's going through my benefits, even though, like the brother and myself, we both get benefits, but it's not enough. You feel me? Physically and mentally not being able to work and having to deal with that type of stuff, it makes it harder to maintain yourself in this kingdom, because it's all about design, okay? And everybody's feeling that. Motherfuckers will be like, oh yeah, y'all straight, you get benefits, you shouldn't have to do shit. Hey, first and foremost, man, they make it so everybody is feeling this if you're below the upper class. But the whole middle class is being completely done away with. No, you're right. No, you're alright. Right, so, yeah, we end up being put in situations where we have to do what we got to do to feed our families, man. That's a big thing. Feed ourselves and feed our families, And amongst the brotherhood, we help each other out, because that is what has been established amongst us. So, you got anything?
Just Ecclesiasticus 26 and 28.
Go ahead.
Yep, that's the one, yeah.
There be 2 things that grieve my heart, and the third making me angry. A man of war that suffereth poverty.
Right, because, we men of war. Actually, all the brothers in this truth is. Because we in times of war. Ever since we was taken into captivity, we've been in a time of war. Alright, because we were taken, we were stolen away as a people. So, ever since we entered slavery, we have been in a time of war. Alright, so technically everybody that's out there pushing this truth and this knowledge, that's engaged in this spiritual warfare, well, you don't have to go join the army and fight and, train and shit. If you're on these highways and these hedges and you're teaching and pushing this word, then you will also be, that would also apply to you.
And men of understanding that are not set by, and one that returneth from righteousness to sin. Yahweh prepares such a one for the sword.
And a lot of these niggas is getting paid off, They return from righteousness to sin because they go ahead and they take that offer that they can't refuse, I don't care if somebody's offering you death for your allegiance, because it's going to come a time where you'll be offered that chip and you have to make a choice, and that choice is going to determine, your outcome or the judgment that you receive. Because even though some may die as martyrs, you can get that chip and you can feel that second death, that destruction that's coming. Because, let's be honest, man. You see all of these cats out here, like the brother made a joke earlier, got Bentleys and cars and all of that. But what was these niggas willing to do to attain these things? You know what I'm saying? A lot of these motherfuckers don't even put that into consideration. Proverbs 28 and 21. To have respect a person is not good. For a piece of bread, that man will transgress. Right. That's a boon. Be honest with you, man. That's the literal translation of a boom. A nigga is willing to transgress for a piece of bread. Nigga, y'all niggas is willing to transgress to make a couple dollars. Put a you know what I'm saying? Put a fucking price on a nigga's head. There's gonna be somebody that want to fulfill it because they want that bread. Just so they can buy bread. A lot of times these niggas just to floss it. It will come a time where it is just to eat. You know, for a good amount of niggas already, it is that. It's not just for floss and shit. Alright? Pastor, as an example. You see the pastor, the deacon see the pastor sinning, but that's his right hand man. He don't say shit. He don't say a goddamn thing. He just go along with the show because he want that money. You feel me? Because if I'm not mistaken, when you're in a deaconship and a pastorship, the deacon gets, they actually get paid. I think the deacon gets some money too, if I'm not mistaken. And that's on top of the job you already have. So that's another income. That's that bread.
You know.
Excuse me. He that hasteth to be rich hath an evil eye, and considereth not that poverty shall come upon him. Now, anybody that's moving in haste is moving too fast. All right, let alone and accumulating something that's riches. If you're moving too fast to accumulate riches, things that you'll have to do to attain these riches or ascertain them is you're gonna have to go ahead and put everything on the line, so to speak.
This is Sirach chapter 13. I'm gonna start at 1. He that toucheth pitch shall be defiled therewith, and he that hath fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him. Burden not thyself above thy power while thou livest, and have no fellowship with one that is mightier, and richer than thyself. For how agree the kettle with the earthen pot together? For if one be smitten against the other, it shall be broken. The rich man hath done wrong, and yet threatened withal. The poor man is wronged, and he must entreat also.
Now, if you don't mind me saying, I have one example. You got these entourages in this rap game, right? There's one nigga, one successful rapper, right? Let's say Drake. Got this whole entourage of niggas, man. Young Thug. These niggas worship this nigga. Why you think they're around? To get bread, man. Alright? They giving their power over to someone that's richer than them, not even knowing that this rich man will fuck around and have you blood sacrifice. This nigga just come up missing and they'll make up some, oh, he's a nigga anyway, so they'll brush it off. Oh, he was in the streets anyway, nigga. So, not knowing that that man was actually, all these niggas are around him to make sure he can continue on in his riches.
If thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee.
Right, because if you ain't got shit, there's a good amount of people. They have these clubs and these establishments that you have to make a certain amount to be part of. Even these entourages, even some of these niggas in their clique, they see you dressing bummy all the time, they ain't gonna fuck with you. This broke ass nigga ain't never got no bread, man. You know what I'm saying? You be ousted by society just for looking like, let you walk into a jewelry store with a backpack on. First thing they gonna do, what is this bum doing in this motherfucker? I ain't talking about no Louis Vuitton backpack neither, man. I ain't no fucking Louis Vuitton tote bag.
If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yea, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for thee.
Alright, all these low-level motherfucking niggas that hang around, it's a reverse effect as well. A lot of these low-level niggas that's hanging around this nigga that have all this money and this bread, right? They'll suck this motherfucker dry. Your family, a lot of these athletes, I saw this thing, got all this bread, and his family sucked his ass dry. And that motherfucker's successful athlete. I forgot he was a running back. Can't remember his name.
If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak fair. He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou?
Hey man, shit, man. What you want, man? What you need? Hey man, shit. Hey, I'm that nigga, man. Anything you need, man, you holler at me, man. Alright?
He will shame thee by his mates until he have drawn thee twice or thrice, and at the last he will laugh thee to scorn. Afterward, when he seeth thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee. I mean, and that's the other side of the coin. That's if you poor. They'll laugh at you. They'll try to make fun of you. You know, he'll make fun of you in front of your friends a couple times and shit, and you know, won't feel bad for you. Because basically, this chapter is giving you the heads and the tails of rich and poor. You know, what the poor motherfucker do to the rich, which is use them, and what the rich motherfucker do to the poor, which is laugh them to scorn. You know, because I mean, when it say what fellowship do the earthen pot have with the kettle, because if one strike another, it'll break. It's just not one side. Depending on how strong that earthen pot is, it'll break that kettle pot. Depending on how strong that kettle pot is, it'll break that earthen pot. Well, so it's two sides of a coin.
Let's put it like if it's, let's say, because you got an earthen pot, right, and you got a kettle that's made of metal. If it's a big, huge ass kettle, earthen kettle, goddamn thick as fuck, you got a regular, and that shit is brought and crashed together, man. It can fuck up that little ass kettle. You feel me? I'm not talking about a regular earthen pot the same size as that kettle. I'm talking about a large ass earthen pot,
right?
Thick. You know what I'm saying?
They're basically what the Lord is saying is they don't mix. The rich and the poor don't mix. And really, it's really just talking about us, the Israelites versus the Edomites. We don't mix. And because the rich right now, most of the time, because this is talking about actual riches and poverty, and it also can go into Israelites and Edomites. But most of the time when it's talking about the rich and the poor is referring to Israelites, and the rich is referring to Edomites. Because the Edomites have everything. They have everything and they own everything. So most of the time it's actually referring to them. Beware. This is verse 8. As a matter of fact, verse 7. And he will shame thee by his mates until he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice, and at the last he will laugh thee to scorn. Afterward he will see thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee. Beware that thou be not deceived and brought down in thy jollity. If thou be invited of a mighty man, withdraw thyself, and so much more will he invite thee. And you know, and this is just about wisdom. Y'all, if you be invited by a mighty man, let's say a motherfucker that's got a little something and shit, invite you to a party. Sure, go to the party. Don't stay long. Leave. Oh, you leaving already, man? Yeah, man, I'm cool. You know, I enjoyed myself for the little time that I was here.
Right, because a lot of times they setting you up to be the ass.
Exactly. They setting you up to be the ass end of a joke.
You seen that movie called Dinner for Schmucks or something like that?
Yep, Dinner for Schmucks,
How they fucking set their asses up. They get the basis weirdest motherfucker. Each one of these rich motherfuckers will get some kind of like funny motherfucker, just the weirdest motherfucker you can find. And they'll become friends with them. And then they will they have this big dinner where they all bring, each one of this motherfucking rich people bring around the weirdest, dumbest motherfucker that they can find. That they may do some, we got to do some really weird shit. You know what I'm saying? And they bring them together at the table, and they all sit there and have dinner with the motherfuckers, and each one of the dumb motherfuckers show their talents. And then they judge which one is the smut, you know, and then whoever the person is, the rich one that wins, the smut get a little something, and the motherfucker that did it, the rich person again, they have like a big, I don't know, like money or a pot or something.
Yeah. And basically, I mean, the Lord is basically telling you how to deal with these motherfuckers. And really, on the level of Esau and Jacob, you Jakes are the ass end of a joke, man. I mean, you niggas celebrate Juneteenth, man. June goddamn 10th. You celebrate that shit, man.
Motherfuckers, so yeah, and niggas celebrate Thanksgiving.
Right, niggas celebrate Thanksgiving.
You have no thanks to be
I mean, we always call it Thanksgiving Day, and there is a myriad of videos on these wicked ass holidays, wicked ass unholy days. And no matter how many times we tell you, Jakes, that this shit is unholy, and explain the history on it, and explain what condition we were in at the time that Esau made these unholy days, you Jakes still defend it with your life, man. You Jakes is defending America with your life, man.
Just a simple day for you to do your wickedness.
Done. And you don't understand how you are the ass end of a joke to these Edomites, man. You are the poor on this earth. You are the low. Because that's really what the poor is meaning. You are the low of this earth, man. If thou be invited of a mighty man, verse 9, if thou be invited of a mighty man, withdraw thyself, and so much more will he invite thee. Press thou not upon him, lest thou be put back. Stand not far off, lest thou be forgotten. In other words, play your role right, Don't always be around the motherfucker unless he be like, man, exactly. You wearing your welcome out. Like, man, this nigga always around.
You just want to fucking use
right, exactly. And don't be gone too long, or he gonna forget you. Like, I'll never.
What's this nigga again?
Yeah, who is this guy? You know what I'm saying?
What's your name?
I mean, you see him every now and then. Hey, what's up? Blah blah blah. Kick the shit and you out. He invite you. Oh, sure, I'll show up, but you don't stay long. You don't wear out your welcome.
But is that the same way to talk about? Because you pretty much have friends in high places. It's good to talk about if that's the same scripture. They talk about having the riches. Pretty much, you get the riches. You get cool with people in the high places. So when you go out low, people in the high places can reestablish, help you out, man.
Yeah, that's true. But this is not the same chapter, but it's in this book though. It's in, I think, in the 25th chapter. But I'm gonna read it too. Let me see. Verse 11: Affect not to be made equal unto him in talk, and believe not his many words, for with much communication will he tempt thee, and smile upon thee will he get out thy secrets. I mean, and really, rich motherfuckers and mighty motherfuckers, mighty as in strong or whatever, a lot of these motherfuckers got tall fucking tails, like them John Henry tails, man. Lord is like, don't believe all that bullshit, man. Oh man, I done shot bears and ate lions meat and shit. Don't believe them tall tales and shit. Matter of fact, the scriptures talk about not being carried off with every wind of doctrine, but more importantly, the simple believeth every word, man. Don't believe all that bullshit. Because when rich people talk, and that's why Esau got his society set up this certain way. When rich people talk, it seems like everybody is listening and shit. But when a poor man talk, nobody is listening. And matter of fact, and it's gonna say it later on in this chapter, and that's why they got them rappers and shit like that talking to you, Jakes. Matter of fact, when did the Hebrew Israelite thing grow a little bit more? Well, it's been growing amongst the so-called base of the society for a while, But when did people start really getting wind of it? Is when rich motherfuckers start talking about it. I mean, even the Egyptologists and shit, they talk about it in their community, but they get the rich motherfuckers to talk about it, man. For you sheeple in the society to understand about it. Because surprisingly, even though it seemed like the Israelite thing is real big and Jake know about this thing, a lot of Jakes really just don't know about the Israelites still. And it's fucking crazy.
And most likely got your ears on mute.
Good. But cruelly he will lay up thy words, and he will not spare to do thee hurt and put thee in prison. It's a rich man all day. Observe and take good heed, for thou walkest in peril of thy overthrowing when thou hearest these things awake in thy sleep. When thou hearest these things awaken. In other words, motherfucker, wake your ass up. Know where you are. Know your position, a matter of fact, man. You Jakes are the poor in this society. And I'm talking to you goddamn meatballs in the spaghetti as well, man. If you a Jake and if you one of the two Jakes that hang out with about 5 or more Edomites, you a meatball. Your role ain't to be around them, man. Yes, they will make fun of you. They will make mad fun of you. They use you as a catalyst to get out their frustrations. Oh, this nigga right here, don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Edomite just straight up clowning you. And this is my nigger. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about clowning you. Because that's what the spaghetti do to the meatballs. Clown you, man. You the fucking token. You the butt end of the joke. And I'm pretty sure if any of you jakes that hang around these honkies, if y'all watching this video, you know, man.
Well, I
know.
I got to precept that. Ecclesiastes 9:15. Now there was found in a poor. Now there was found in it. 9:14. Salakia. There was a little city and few within it, and there came a great king against it and besieged it and built great bulwarks against it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no man remembered that same poor man.
Right. A poor wise man by his wisdom delivered the city, yet no man remembered that same poor man. Why? Because it wasn't no rich motherfucker that the sheeple of society regarded that did it, man. But let's see.
Oh, slightly. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard.
Okay. Verse 14, Ecclesiasticus 13 and 14. Love the Lord all thy life, and call upon him for thy salvation. Every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh consorteth according to kind, and man will cleave to his like. Cleave to his, basically hang around your own, man. What fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb? And so the sinner with the godly. And that's how you know it's talking about Esau and Jacob. What fellowship have the wolf with the lamb? In this situation, the wolf is the Edomites. The lamb is you Israelites, man. And the sinner with the godly. Again, the sinner is the Edomites. The godly is the Israelites. What agreement is there between the hyena and the dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor? As a wild ass is the lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor.
And they consume us every day. They put you in impossible situations to pay bills, student loans, court fees, child support. They devour you, man. They putting you in a situation that's gonna leave you either in prison, working yourself to death, end up committing suicide, or just doing some nigga shit, selling drugs, whatever kind of nigga shit.
As the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor. A rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends, but the poor man being down is thrust also away by his friends, which is really fucked up. And it was just like the brother was saying earlier. A rich man that's about to fall is held up by his friends. I'm talking about, hey, this motherfucker got money. Hey, the other rich motherfuckers is trying to keep him in the money. You know? He about to fall off. Other rich motherfuckers trying to keep him in the money.
Hey, Harvey Weinstein straight. It's because they stopped him from doing.
Shalom, man.
Shalom. Just because they took him out of his little seat, it doesn't mean he ain't making bread. He's still an Amalekite.
Hey,
his friends rich, but they still had Meryl Streep and all them still speaking up for him.
Danny Bonaducci. I know y'all know that name. That was what, the Partridge Family, man. And that nigga was dirt poor for a minute. But you see he back on the scene, you know. And they keep track of they rich and they poor and shit, man.
Oh, yeah.
And at any time that poor Edomite wants to come back, hey, they'll bring him right back.
As long as he's ready to do what he's
Yep, as long as he's ready to do what they order him to do with shit,
do what they do, motherfucker.
Yeah, but you poor shit. They like, man, fuck you. They gonna squeeze every dime they can out of you, already having the money. They'll still squeeze every dime they can out of you, and they won't feel sorry for you, and they'll laugh you to scorn after. That's you jakes to a T, man.
They make a spectacle out of your ass while doing it.
Okay. When a rich man is fallen, he hath many helpers. He speaketh things not to be spoken, and yet men justify it. The poor man slipped, and yet they rebuke him. They rebuke him too, and he speak wisely and could have no place.
So people like, well, why don't y'all sit back and you guys unite Why don't all the Israelites unite to one, and we all just be one? You know, you know what I'm saying? Yasha'Allah being as one stick, brother. You know, because you know you got certain people or certain individuals in that organization. Let's just say they have more money than others. All right, let's just use this as a example. All right, and you think they're gonna hear what a poor man have to say amongst them?
Right. If Snoop Dogg's talking about, see, I think, man, you Hebrew Israelites should all just get along with all the other religions out there. Y'all should be more like Christians. While us, let's get it right, GMS is talking about we can't all get along because we don't all agree. What do you think people going to listen to? Mm-hmm. Let's bring it down. Let's bring it way down a notch. The IUIC. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, let's say GOCC. Because they are the true Christian Israelites. Right. They used to call the IUIC the Christian Israelites because they still believe in Christ. Mm-hmm. But as far as customs go, GOCC are Christian Israelites. Okay. Only thing they believe in Ahaya and Yeshaya, but they follow every custom of a Christian. Just like the Catholic Israelites. I know you brothers that know what's going on know who the Catholic Israelites are. The Comforter, you know. Comfy and his gang, the ICGJC, that's the Catholic Israelites.
About Black Jesus.
Right, Black Jesus.
From he like Black Jesus from Coonskin. Big fat ass motherfucker. That picture I showed the brother of, he sitting on that throne and shit, fat as fuck.
Right.
Some shades on.
Motherfucking grape ape, man.
Matter of fact, that came out back in the day around, that was in the 70s. Barry White was in it. That nigga might have seen that motherfucker and decided he wanted to be that fat motherfucker. Right. Nigga got shade. Yeah, we didn't get the chance. Look at it. Just pull up on Google Images. I'll do it real quick. Shit. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, because, I mean, basically, and that's one of the ways you know that those leaders sold out. And, of course, I believe that Nate the Snake, he sold out, too, because years ago, Yakanan already exposed him and shit as a sellout. You know?
Before his ass got exposed.
Yeah, before he got exposed, he exposed a whole lot of bullshit.
That's two birds with one stone.
Yep. Hey, that's why you should fear the Lord, man. The Lord have you fuck somebody else up or expose somebody else and then expose you, man. Hey, you should have a healthy fear of the Lord, man. Because you'll think you in the truth and the Lord will have you in that trick bag, man. Oh, bullshit. But yeah, he said he exposed Nate the Snake, man, with having a 501c3. And Nate is making some money and shit, man. What it is, buy the truth, sell it not, man. So Nate is making some real fucking money. But as far as the GOCC and the ICGJC, that is comfy, ain't it?
Yeah, bro. Straight up. Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna show it to the cameras. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as GOCC and ICGJC, as far as their customs go, GOCC is a Christian church and ICGJC is a Catholic church. IUIC just haven't decided yet. They might be end up being the Muslim church. You know? Because that's all Esau is making you jakes out of, man. Because he know you the poor. He'll throw you a couple crumbs and you niggas just gonna bite for it, man. That's the Comforter, man. Just in case y'all forgot.
I ain't going right there. That's
the Comforter. Just in case y'all forgot. That's the
Comforter, dog. Hey there, Coonskin.
When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, "What fellow is this?"
Who the fuck is this? Man, who the fuck is this broke ass nigga?
Right.
Who is this broke ass nigga talking? Get this dirty motherfucker the fuck out of here, man.
Yep.
If I fucking should pull my golden pistol out like on 007 and shoot the shit out this motherfucker.
Yeah, the rich man don't have to say that. Everybody around him is say it.
Yeah, all his
even other poor men to say that shit, man.
Yeah, his entourage.
Right.
Hey man, I do this nigga, man. Hold on, man.
Wait, his motherfucking fans.
Yeah, that's true.
Just because this nigga is rich. Because this nigga is rich and he talking dumb shit. Matter of fact, case in point, goddamn polite. Talking that Egyptology shit. When they done did the most homosexual shit in that Egyptology shit ever. And then as far as debating go, they stand on motherfucking eggshells. While when they debate any Israelite, the Israelites are standing on bricks and they standing on eggshells. They never prove their points or nothing.
They come up there with their KFC hats on.
Right.
Their little makeup ass on their
eyes. Yeah, makeup on, ponytails and shit like that. Everything a girl wear. And when we point that out, everybody still agree with them. Why? Because they making money.
Wait, and you was a victim to that too.
Right.
Whole life. We all know your master had his way with you.
Right.
Nigga. And you probably fucking deal with that every day.
Right.
Because there's no way you was a pupil of a child at that age under Malachi Z. York. And he was fucking all them little boys. Well, he saved you to the side. I'm not gonna do it to you.
Right.
I like boy butt, nigga, but I'm not gonna do it out of respect you, nigga. Right. You was getting that boy, giving up that boy butt too, boy.
And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. Case in point is when the apostles was talking about it was the world was gonna end in 2000. What did niggas say? For years and years, and probably still to this day. Oh, Tahar kept saying that it was going to end in 2000. Why didn't it end in 2000? And that's an example of if he stumbled, they will help to overthrow him. And then, of course, that prophecy was also explained.
You know, I get it right now.
Yep, hastening the day and holding back the winds. You know, so that prophecy was explained, and it actually fit the prophecy. Because remember, if the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the spirit of Yahushai is in us, right? So guess what? Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy. So what are we prophets doing? Not only speaking of prophecies, we also fulfilling the prophecies that Yahushai said was going to happen, that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai said was going to happen.
Okay, this is... Okay, no, go ahead.
Verse 24. Riches are good unto him that hath no sin, and poverty is evil to the mouth of the ungodly.
Right, so it's not to say, we're not saying that you're evil if you have riches.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can, I mean, yeah, Joseph was a rich man, and he came in, Methuselah, he came in, he delivered Yahushua's body unto his own sepulchre.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he was a rich man, but he was also a secret he was a Pharisee.
Mm-hmm.
That he was a secret convert. So you got, certain people out there that may be rich or have some kind of riches.
Right.
And they actually down for the cause and secret. So.
Poverty is evil to the mouth of the ungodly. So if you poor, basically an ungodly nigga, it's you evil to him. This bum ass nigga. Matter of fact, hey, Nate is guilty of that shit. Hebrew Bumalites, man. And a lot of you niggas is guilty of that. Oh, these niggas in bed sheets, they just bums. Matter of fact, Esau is super guilty of it. Because, hey, for years and years, and actually still to this day, what did these devils do? Get a job. Motherfucker, you don't know what we do.
Not to mention, we already on a job that you can't even...
discern. Right. So, goddamn.
I got that haste in the day as well. It's 2 Peter 3 and 12, just to go back into, what the brother was talking about so far as, when the apostle did at the time, hasten the day, speaking that, the year 2000, and you got a lot of niggas that fell out after that. This is 2 Peter 3 and 12. Look for and hasting unto the coming of the day of Yahweh, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Right.
Question mark.
Right. America was supposed to be destroyed in the year 2000. We hoping it happened in 2017. We hoping it happened in 2018. Yeah. We hoping it happened tomorrow, every day.
And we know that, and after that, but yet after that happened, the Most High put it on their spirit to understand that the mark of the beast has to come first.
Kind.
So now, what do? Push the mark of the beast heavy and let people know the mark of the beast is coming and prepare your spirit for it. And that's how we know that would be the sign of the times. Guaranteed.
Yep. That basically all these prophecies must be fulfilled before the end happens, man. So we know that nation has to rise against nation, which is happening before our eyes. It's happening all over the planet. And earthquakes in diverse places, all that stuff is happening right now. The only thing that really haven't happened on a biblical scale is because he said, and these times shall be worse than any time that has been before it, but we shall be delivered out of it. So, only thing haven't happened really is the race riots and the mark of the beast. Because once them race riots start, that time of trouble starts. That's gonna be worse than any time since man has been created. We already know. That's why we always say all hell is gonna break loose.
Right.
So that's two
about
prophecies.
that lacking game you just learned about.
Oh yeah, this lacking game where niggas basically is pulling guns out on each other and shit. I mean that's
fully
the
loaded.
fully loaded guns.
Bitches too.
Yeah, fully loaded guns out on each other,
Rifles,
talking about
pistols.
why you lacking.
Rifles and pistols, fully loaded.
And that's just pointing to the chaotic times that we about to enter in, man. Why you lacking? What the fuck type of shit is that? What type of brotherly love is that, man?
Hey.
And you motherfuckers don't want America to end. But that's just a sign of the times that we living in, man. As a matter of fact, marrying and giving in marriage. Go ahead.
This is Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. Alright, and that ain't everybody. That's the children of Israel.
Right, the children of thy people, the children of the Lord's people, which is the children of Israel. Did not he say his portion is his people? Jeremiah chapter 50, his portion is his people. And the lot of Jacob is his portion, man.
And he has not, what was that, Amos 3rd? He has not dealt so with
any other nation. Psalms, yep.
And at that time shall Michael stand up, and the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation.
Right, a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation. So we know all hell got to break loose first. Well, first or second, and the mark of the beast have to happen. And then the fire is going to come. So there's three major prophecies that we waiting for. All hell, the mark of the beast, and then that fire. And really, when all hell and the mark of the beast come, that fire is soon to come after, man. Because that fire is already trailing that ass right now. World War III, you can see it everywhere, man. And then the mark of the beast, as a matter of fact, you can see it everywhere. Because everything is changing over. Like, matter of fact, here in Grand Rapids, they done changed all the meters from the meter where you put change in it into the meter where you scan your phone. Like, and I always, since that bullshit Bitcoin came out, I always said that's going to be linked to that, to the mark of the beast, to the microchip. Why? Because Bitcoin, and I don't care what kind of Bitcoin you got, because they got Bitcoin, Litecoin, and all types of different.
Right, because it's still fiat currency. Anything
all,
outside of gold and silver.
Yeah, it's a fiat currency, yup. So it's an internet currency, a currency strictly based on the internet, and they're pushing this shit. They pushing that Bitcoin shit, man. Like, why are people still messing with these regular forms of currency? See, the banks can't take control of Bitcoin. They know how the banks are in control of Bitcoin. They the ones who made the shit. They're the ones who made the shit. Talking about it can't be they can't regulate Bitcoin. There's only a certain amount of Bitcoin. It's a fucking internet currency. How the fuck is it just a certain amount of internet currencies made out of nothing but thin air or credit on a motherfucking computer?
It has to be mined.
Right.
Because it took time to mine this bitch for this process to take place from one machine to a node connected to others.
Because when you understand finances, the finances go by the limit of currency that's supposed to be on the planet. That's why silver and gold exactly. Silver and gold, you can't make any more of that, man.
You can't manufacture that. You can make pyrite. Well, the pyrite is a whole other metal. It's fool's gold.
Yeah.
You can you can make shit look like silver, like
Right.
hemalite.
Yeah, you can falsify shit. That's just like counterfeiting though. But real money is silver and gold and commodities, man. Like motherfucking food, for instance, you know. But people don't really know nothing about economics. I'm talking about the regular people. Sheeple don't know nothing about economics. They believe a dollar bill is real money. The dollar is supposed to be a measurement in how much silver and gold you have. It's no longer that now, you know. It used to be a certificate in silver or gold, a measurement of how much silver or gold you own, or how much silver or gold measurement you own, or riches you have. Now it's a debt note. This is how much debt you have. To whom, man? You own the banks, man. You are owned by the banks. Dollars don't mean crap, man. Who the fuck would want to rob a fucking bank?
Oh, I got a precept.
No,
I got a
shit.
precept to that. Man, Slovakia. It says Daniel 12:40. And at that time of the end shall the king of the south push at him, and the king of the north shall come up against him like a whirlwind in the chariots with horsemen and with many ships. He will enter into the country and shall overflow and pass over. Right? And then talking about Yahushua Khan. Yahushua coming back with his multitude. Right? And he shall enter also into the glorious land, and many countries shall be overthrown. But these shall escape out of his hands, even Edom and Moab and the chief children of Ammon. And he shall stretch forth his hand also upon the countries and the land of Egypt, and shall not escape. But he shall have power over the treasure of gold and over silver and over all the precious things of Egypt, and the Libyans and the Ethiopians shall be at his steps. So that tells you what true riches is, man. He didn't say take their Bitcoin and they fiat currency. All right. But the tidings of the east and out of the north shall trouble him. Therefore he shall go forth with great fury to destroy and utterly take away many. And he shall plant the tabernacle of his palace between the seas and the glorious holy mountain, which is Jerusalem will actually be a glory in the earth again, because the original people, Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, starting with the elect, shall inhabit it again. Yet he shall come to his end, and none shall help him. Right, because this devil is going to come to an end. This kingdom, everything that is placed before this kingdom, and all of these that are and have anything to do with Babylon, everybody's going to be brought to a final end. Okay, they're all going to be taken out, and Yahweh Shem Yahshua's people is going to be a glory, and it will be a glory in the earth again.
I got an precept too for that. This is Genesis 13, and I'm gonna start at 1. And Abram went out of Egypt, he and his wife and all that he had, and Lot with him, into the south. And Abram was very rich in cattle and silver and in gold. It don't say nothing about the dollar bill, man. It don't say nothing about the American greenback. He was very rich in cattle, which is commodities, food, you know what I'm saying, and silver and in gold, man. He wasn't rich in, he didn't have stacks of Benjamins. You know, he didn't make it rain. I mean, you niggas is so fucking simple, man. And the Lord through his men keep telling you not to be simple. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is telling you not to be simple. Don't the scriptures say the Lord is a God of knowledge? Stop being so fucking simple, man. Wake your nigga ass up, man.
Wake your punk ass up for the 9 what?
Right. You niggas are the poor that's on this planet, man. Y'all are the oppressed on this planet. And only a dumbass nigga wouldn't see it, you know. You're oppressed by the so-called white man. You're oppressed by the other heathen nations. It's so bad you even oppressed by your own very women, man. And you can't see that you're the children of Israel. You're oppressed by every fucking body. What is it? The last shall be first. The Lord took that meaning to a whole nother level. Right. You oppressed by your own fucking women? How the fuck can you be oppressed by women in general, let alone your own bitches? You know? And that was also a prophecy, or that is also a prophecy in the Bible. The Lord made a new thing in the earth, a woman shall compass a man. That's some crazy shit, man. So when he said the last shall be first and the first last, man, he took it to a whole nother level. Because you Jakes, you Negroes, Indians, Latino men, y'all at the straight up bottom. To where your women even look down on you. And because that's one of the curses.
Alright, so are you still on?
No, I'm not.
This is Daniel 12, and I was looking into the prophecy of the Darius and the Medes, right? That's what I was looking also at 12 and 41 when I read that previously to what you're reading right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I was looking at the prophecy and how it came about, and how it's also a prophecy of how the end will come in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because history repeats itself. It says in Daniel 12 and 31, and arms shall stand on his part, and arms shall stand on his part, and they shall pollute the sanctuary of strength, and shall take away the daily sacrifice, and shall place the abomination and make it desolate. I remember that's what the Romans did. Antiochus Antiochus, or the Vespasian, right? The Vespasian dynasty had a lot to do with that. What was taking place in the Holy Temple at the time, and how they came and profaned it. Was that him that had their tongue? The men sacrificed the young men and the women. And Apocrypha. It says Daniel 12 and 32, and as such as do wickedly against the covenant shall be corrupt by flatteries. Right, when somebody's flattering somebody, they speaking well of them, speaking highly of them. All right, that's the term that's to show respect to persons. Mm-hmm. But the people that do know their power shall be strong and do exploits.
Right, the people that do know their God, their judge, their creator, shall be strong, man. And that's why, hey, get into this word while you can.
Right.
What did the Lord say? Seek him while he may be found. Because pretty soon it's going to come into a time where he can't be found. Even when they pushing this Bitcoin bullshit, they started talking about something called the Tornet. And they just putting this shit out there talking about people only use about 4% of the internet. The Tornet is using like 90% of the internet. And they call it the deep web or some shit like that.
That's where shit is really taking place.
Yeah, that's where shit is really going down. Where the motherfuckers is dealing in slaves, motherfuckers are dealing in all type of illegal shit, and they dealing in it with Bitcoin.
Pretty much, it's basically the black market.
The Tornet is basically the black market. You can do anything. And the only people that's on the Tornet is motherfuckers that's fucking with Bitcoin or some rich politicians or whoever the fuck. That's why you ain't hardly seeing their emails and bullshit. You only seeing what they want you to see, or you only getting what they want to give you, because they got a whole different internet out there, man. A whole different internet.
And see, you don't get caught up with all that shit. Because you getting on the black web, the dark web, and all, you'll find out that you can get fucking killed fucking with that.
Oh, of course.
Because you're not supposed to, because the average person's not supposed to really be on that. Unless you on some real
a person
shit.
that really don't know shit, you ain't supposed to be on that shit unless you down with this society, unless you on some real wicked bullshit.
Right.
You trying to get something wicked done. Because, I've heard from sources that the Tornet, them motherfuckers track your every move, man.
They hack into your computer and straight at you. Like it's random.
Exactly.
It's a bunch of powerfully, not like a bunch of individuals with power, because they have power through that. Whoever access that, once you come on there, they can get a hold of all your information, everything about you. So that's the power. They have power.
Because it's a program you actually have to download to install to get all this internet and shit, man. So yeah, there's motherfuckers that's got rank in this world that's actually in control of that shit, man.
And they got people set aside to protect that shit. Slide. And some of them of understanding shall fall, and try them, and to purge, and to make them white, even to the time of the end, because it is yet for a time appointed.
Son, the time of the end. And that time appointed is now, man. How do we know? Because the signs are there, man. All the signs are here to that time of the end, to them latter days, to these last days, man. So we here. And Esau done brought wickedness to a whole nother level in this kingdom, man. I mean, he brought wickedness to a level that the Egyptians couldn't imagine. Sodom and Gomorrah couldn't imagine the wickedness that Esau is doing.
Right. Damn. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Hey, this Bible is deep. It knows all things, man.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here looking like I haven't read that individual chapter, and I really want to contemplate in the spirit and make sure I break down it correct before I speak on it. So excuse me on that. That's because we know that we add on to take away from these scriptures. You know, we're gonna get fucked up. So
Right.
I'm gonna be quick to open your mouth. You know, even the fool is thought to be wise. When you know, you hold his tongue. Yeah.
Yep.
So you continue.
But yeah, I mean, shit. This Bitcoin shit is going to be that currency for the mark of the beast. And if you notice, there's not a whole lot of mainstream networks that are not talking against. I mean, that are talking against this mark of the beast, man. And hey, if you overseas, they know about that NFC, just like we know about the RFID. Yep. Yeah, just like we know about the RFID over here, man.
Near frequency communication.
Yeah. They know about that shit. They ain't speaking on it. They ain't speaking bad about it, or they not speaking on it. But you see a lot of these overseas channels, a lot of these overseas news channels is bigging up Bitcoin, man. Everybody bigging up Bitcoin, the internet-only currency, man. Talking about bankers can't get a hold of it. What the fuck? Who gonna believe that stupid shit, man?
Mm-hmm. Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many.
Right. You trust in it because it's big and you can see it, man.
It's productive. Lucrative.
Yeah. You can see all that's happening in America. It don't even look like America is gonna be destroyed. To a man with keen perception and the spirit of the Lord on him, we can see it destroyed. We can see the signs. We trust in the Lord. The Lord said this was gonna happen. It's happening, huh?
I saw the sign.
Right. I opened up my eyes.
Yeah. Saw the sign.
Actually, it's more like the Lord opened up our eyes and we can see the signs, man.
Yeah.
Because the only way you can actually see the signs of this end, of the destruction coming, is if the Lord opened up your eyes and you have faith in Him. Because if you don't got no faith in the Lord, if you really don't believe in the scriptures, you really don't believe in the Bible and all that other stuff, then you ain't going to believe in the signs. It's going to be all, this shit happened before, but America ain't going to never go down. Because it don't look like it. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just like, hey, it goes back to that David and Goliath. Goliath, a powerful warrior that made a reputation killing motherfuckers. Then David come on the scene, a young light-skinned dude and shit, don't even know nothing about war, but all he got is faith in the Heavenly Father.
Hey, that's what this lucky, because I remember this Jake came online and he said, what he said about Steph Curry, man, he too light skinned to be playing that good, man. He was pissed. Hey, that nigga was pissed. He literally said he was too light skinned. So for y'all motherfuckers that be on that light skin, or that can't stand light skin bullshit, it's still a Jake. You understand?
Right.
King David was a light skinned man. That's the best warrior on the planet. So enough fucking shit, man.
Light skinned and bullshit. Young though.
Right.
I mean, because you wouldn't think Goliath, motherfucking 7 feet tall, strong than a motherfucker and a proven warrior, would lose to David, a young man, young light-skinned dude that ain't never been to war, man.
And they already underestimate because he a young light-skinned dude. Majority of the males on that battlefield, especially the Philistines, was so-called black.
Right.
A dark-colored, dark melanated brown.
Yeah.
You know, and they was like, "This little light skinned nigga.
Right.
Get this little ass light ass nigga out of here, man.
Right.
Motherfucker can't even put on this motherfucking armor, nigga.
Right. Can't even put on armor.
This nigga
And
out
he
here,
think
man.
he gonna win a battle with big ass Goliath with a sling and a rock.
Nigga, look at me, nigga.
You
My
know?
arms is
Right.
big as a bitch.
Right.
Nigga, I ain't even trying to fight
My
that
arms
nigga.
is two of you.
Right.
You know? Come on,
Nigga, I'm
man.
too big for this
Right.
bitch. And I ain't even fucking
Right.
with this nigga,
I'm
man.
too big for this world. Come
Right.
on.
Nigga, I'm too
They
big
was
for the
hold on.
battlefield, but I ain't
Yeah.
fighting the Goliath, nigga.
Right. They was like, hold on. Don't you know you talking to the army of the Lord here? Yeah, his faith was big, man.
Yeah.
That's all that mattered. He had faith, man.
Yeah, and the Most High used him.
Yep.
That's why
And
we have faith.
Yep. And we have faith that the Lord said it was going to happen. It's going to happen. Because it don't look like America is being destroyed to the average eye, man. To the average sheeple, man. It looked like America going to be straight. They always bigging up the most powerful country in the world. America is about to go the way of the goddamn, well, I can't say the way of the dinosaur because the dinosaur never existed and shit,
Right.
you know.
That's all a bunch of poppy.
Yeah, America is about to be destroyed, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you can
now,
understand.
the Lord got certain creatures out here that we don't understand. But these motherfuckers took that fabrication of what they can't see and they made it into something they can see, and now they base that as fact.
Right.
Which is bullshit.
Right, which
because
is straight bullshit.
This is Isaiah 31:1 continuing. Woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But
they not only they trust in America because they can see America as the strongest nation.
Prospering.
Yep, it's prospering. It's got a huge army that's everywhere. Basically, America is a fucking empire.
Looking like the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
Everybody said the same thing about the Roman Empire.
Right, that it'll never fall.
And at least they lasted longer than this present-day Roman Empire and shit. And then horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel.
Right.
Neither seek Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Right, and
or
that's
seek the Lord for
right, and that's talking to you Israelites. It ain't talking to the other nations. Because as a matter of fact, Israel can't. What the Lord said, Israel cannot be counted or numbered because there's so many Jakes on the planet, and a lot of us Jakes look like the other nations and shit, man. So we can't even be numbered. But you Jakes don't got no faith in the Lord, man. I mean, that's why the majority of you Jakes got to be destroyed, man.
Yeah.
Y'all looking to the most wicked nation, and not to mention other nations, to deliver you from shit, man. Y'all trust on them because y'all see what y'all see is what y'all believe. But y'all don't believe in the Lord, man. Because the Lord just said something. And when your creator say something, you supposed to fucking listen. And if he say something, you supposed to believe it. Because he done already showed us he'll fuck some shit up.
1, 2, 3. Just let your soul go. Just let it shine through.
Yeah.
Alright, let your soul glow. How you do that?
Sharon.
Still going?
Sharon.
Call it back. I'm busy right now.
It's
Is it
coming.
still going?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Hey, real life situation. That's why we live stream, man. So we ain't sitting up somewhere, letting our soul glow, brother. We took that motherfucking candle out, and that soul is glowing.
But that is spiritual though. Just let your soul glow, man. Let your motherfucking soul glow, man.
Let that motherfucker go dim.
Don't worry about what's going on, you know, in the world, man. Let your motherfucking soul glow.
That shit is real though.
Shit.
That big shit though. Hey, you know, this is real life, man. This is live stream, nigga. This ain't pre-recorded.
Right. Shit.
Jump past going someone to the lives of refugee. Okay, so you want to continue with that?
No, I was actually done.
Okay, this is
Sharon's here.
This is Luke 16:20.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid up at his gate full of sores, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from rich man's table.
And this is actually a parable. Desiring to be fed with the crumbs from the rich man's table. Basically, Lazarus is you Israelites. The rich man is the Edomites, man. begging to be filled with the crumbs at the rich man's table. It's basically, hey, we just want something, man. And that's what Jake been saying. We want something, you know?
Okay.
But what is the rich man doing?
And desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, that we just want something, man. Crumbs ain't shit. We ain't say, hey, nigga, I want a steak off that table.
Right.
Nigga, give me a whole turkey.
Right.
Turkey. Niggas ain't said that. Niggas just want some crumbs in this bitch.
Yep.
The basic needs shit. Which even that ain't shit. Because you getting crumbs, how can you have a healthy diet off crumbs, man?
Right.
Motherfucker just trying to survive, basically. Moreover, the dogs came to lick his sores. Their sores is all these afflictions that our people are going through physically, mentally, and spiritually. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. And the rich man also died and was buried. And he and in hell he lifted up his eyes, being in torments. And
basically that was the definition of hell right there, the torments, man. Basically,
in the next life.
Yeah, in the next life, Esau is gonna be in torments and shit, man.
Exodus 2. This is Exodus
20.
We talk about the third and fourth generation. Thinking about something else.
That's 20 and like 2.
Yeah, like 25. This is Exodus 20 and 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, upon the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
Right, visiting the iniquity, the crimes of the fathers of the children of the third and fourth generation that hate me. And that's because you are your great grandfather. You have been here before. You are reincarnated. So when you are punished, it's because of something you did in your past life, not just the life you're living currently.
And he cried and said, Father Abraham. So he came back in his next, and so the Most High, that he went to the bosom of Abraham, which means he was comforted. Because up in the heavens, our people gonna be comforted. Now they had a little Edomite boy that died. He was the son of a Ku Klux Klan member, and he had died and went to the spirit world before he died and came back. But he said everybody up there was so-called black men. He saw everybody up there that looked like so-called black men. They had woolly hair, they had beards and stuff. If I'm not mistaken, to that extent he was explaining it in that portion. But he also said that pretty much all the white people was in a low condition up there. So-called white people, the Caucasian man, the Edomites, they was in a low condition up in there. They was court justice, so to speak, entertainment. Like
Jake is right now.
Yeah, exactly. So the image of things here is twisted on this planet.
Right. The Lord says, surely you're turning the things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay.
Yeah, as a potter's clay, yep. And in hell, he lift up his eyes, being in torment. All of that damn feel, like, God damn. Right. Motherfuckers really fucked up, going through some shit. Niggas look up.
Yep.
God damn. How motherfucker read that bad news? All motherfucker just, God damn. Shit fucked you up. Because you gotta look to the heavens, man. Even when an atheist bitch is getting fucked, don't you call out for God? Oh my God.
Right.
Shit is still the same, man.
Yep.
Being in torment, and seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. Right. And that's that. So we're not gonna be in a low condition anymore.
Correct.
We're gonna be the ones on top. Alright? And you motherfuckers gonna be looking like, man, look at this nigga, man, sitting up high and shit. Who's that nigga on that nass? We gonna be that one on that nass in that day. Who's that king on that nass? And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me. I send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue. For I am tormented in this flame.
Just let it shine through. Just let your soul.
So basically, yeah, he want Jake to come and comfort him in his time of turmoil. Want you to have him come and just
Right.
help me, give me a little something.
Right. In his time of trouble.
And cool my tongue. That motherfucker out there in them fields is hot, boy. But I am tormented in this flame. That damn sun heat. That's a flame on you Edomites. They have your ass looking like you have third. I've seen some Edomites that get sunburned so bad they look like they got 3rd-degree burns, man. That's just a sun. This is being from a day at the beach. Damn. Abraham said, "Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things."
Right. Hey, Esau, you in your good times right now.
Get that son.
So Esau in his good times right now. You received all the good things, and Israel, we in our bad times. We receiving all types of hell, man. But we asking for crumbs, and Esau ain't giving us shit.
In fact, he's trying to take the crumbs he gave us before.
God.
Oh shit! That's how the state of this world is, brother. Upside down. All right, this is Esau. So let me read that again. But Abraham said, "Son, remember that thou was in thy lifetime received thy good things." God damn, motherfuckers out here just hanging Jake,
Right.
celebrating and shit.
Lazarus receiving evil things, man.
Come on, this is Lazarus right here. In case you got it fucked up, alligator bait and the such. Okay. Damn, let my phone go off. Fucking with you. Fucking with these devils, man. And let me continue that. But Abraham said, "Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime received thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things." That's an evil thing. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented. And besides all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed. I mean, just let us be simple. Let's put it plain, nigga. There's a big difference between you and him.
Exactly.
Okay? Because he was created for my sake, nigga. You wasn't. Alright? He was created to be a prince of power. Motherfucker, you wasn't.
Yep.
You gave up that birthright, nigga.
It wasn't his in the first place.
Con, exactly. And besides all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot. We can't be no devil. Look, we was created to be Israelites.
Yeah.
I don't care how much a nigga act like a Ku Klux Klan in the house, nigga.
Yeah.
He can't that nigga can't be an Edomite. He can be an honorary Edomite.
Yeah, but he can't be an Edomite no matter how much he love Esau.
Because when he come back in the regeneration, he gonna be a Jake. He gonna have his head down. What the fuck was I thinking?
Exactly.
Neither can they pass to us, but would come from thence. Then he said, "I pray thee therefore, Father, that thou wouldest send him to my father's house." Hey, can you send him to my father's house, my people? For I have 5 brethren. The Europeans, the Russians, and the motherfucking the Spanish, the Germans, and we're gonna call them Amalek, because we know that they are the Israelis.
Yep.
For I have 5 brethren, that he may testify unto them, lest they also come into this place of torment. But Abraham said unto him, "They have Moses and the prophets.
Yeah.
Let them hear them."
Hey, let them hear us, man. Basically, y'all devils' time is up. And you devils don't even hear us. When we out there, hey, anybody stop here and there, but mainly they laughing at it. Some of them is scared of it. But for the most part, these devils is laughing at what we telling them, man. Some of them is shook by it. But guess what? Either which way, guess what? Your time is up, man. Your time is up. All the things that you've done in the past, it's time for you to pay for it. You know, and you Jakes need to wake the fuck up. You poor on this. You poor and oppressed, and you don't have shit.
And he said, Nay, Father, Abraham, but if one went unto them from the dead, they will repent. And he said unto him, if they hear not Moses and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded, though one rose from the dead.
God. Now, even if, let's say Moses came straight from the dead and came back, these devils will straight up persecute him. Why? Because he looks like a so-called black man. He ain't gonna hear them. And then if anybody raised from the dead, Esau gonna think he did. Oh, I'm so great, I can make life from the dead now. I don't know how I did it exactly, but it must be my Monsanto fertilizer or something.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
That bullshit, nigga. And radiation he pumped into the soil.
Shit.
And he said unto him, if they hear not Moses and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded, though one rose from the dead. Yeah. Right. I mean, so shit. It don't matter how this motherfucker come at you. You know, you guys ain't gonna hear that no way. You only want to. I mean, you created to be the wicked, so you're not really meant to hear, meant to really hear that message and comprehend it. You know. Isaiah 65, verse 13. This is Isaiah. It's like 65, 13. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Right, because in these times to come, the servants of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the ones that seek him, even though we all fucked up right now, we not gonna be ashamed no more, man.
Right, and we ain't gonna really have to worry about what's gonna happen in these last days to us. Like, we gonna eat. You know, we doing his will, we gonna eat. We doing his will, he gonna keep us safe from this hour of temptation that's about to come. And test everybody. All hell gonna break loose, basically.
I would just run it in.
And that's the faith we have, man. We know if we don't get the mark of the beast because we trust Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, that he's gonna keep us safe and he's gonna have us eating. While you other motherfuckers trust in Egypt because there are many chariots and shit, and get the mark of the beast because you trust them and go to them FEMA camps, hey, the Lord is gonna put you all to death, man. You have no faith.
Oh, ye of little faith.
Yep, and this is you Israelites.
Right, we don't give a fuck about
right, you other nations, you Edomites, y'all ain't got no chance, man.
Says, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit.
Oh, hell, man.
And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen.
And that's what you Jakes is doing right now. Saying that y'all ain't Israelites. Saying that the Israelites are fake. While we calling ourselves Hebrew Israelites from our respective tribes and saying you are too, you saying no, you not. You saying you black or you African or whatever manner of bullshit that you call yourself. Goddamn Moorish and Asiatic and all that other bullshit. So you leaving your name Israel as a curse for the Lord's chosen.
I got a precept on that, Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and unto them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Right, so all the curses said in Deuteronomy, actually, all the curses throughout the scriptures are going to go to you Edomites and you other nations. Because y'all are our enemies, man.
That's why you're going to be howling for vexation of spirit.
Yep.
We don't, because y'all can't even take the stock market crash. Jake was just like, hey, nigga, we've always been in this condition. So like, we was straight. We wasn't jumping out of windows and shit.
Nope.
We had to deal with that shit. y'all motherfuckers was just killing your families and doing all kind of shit. So how much more in this situation? And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. For Yahweh Shem Yahushai, our God shall slay thee and call his servant by another name.
Right, Yasha Allah. It's not another name, it's a name made afresh. That's what it's talking about.
Good.
A name made new. Because Yasha Allah hasn't been spoken in this world for a long time, just like the Most High's name and his son's name, Yahweh Yahushai.
Good. This is Proverbs. Proverbs 8, 9. Oh no, 28. What is it? Let's see. This is Proverbs 30 and 8. Remove far from me the vanity of lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me.
Right. Because a rich man ain't worried about speaking this word and doing the works of the Lord. And if you too poor, then you're going to forsake him, you know. Robbing and stealing and killing just to survive. Give me neither poverty or riches. Make me content until your return, you know. Because if I'm not, then if I'm too poor, I'm going to do what I got to do, you know. And if I'm too rich, I'm going to forget, you know. Because that's basically why he said that, man.
Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. At least I be full. And that's the things that's convenient for you. This word is convenient for us. It's true. Pushing this word, doing these things, the covenants, the law, statutes, and commandments, that's convenient for us because we receive salvation. That's easy, man. Straight cut, simple. Not because we doing this for things unheard of, man. For treasures and riches and great things unheard of that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has set forth for us. Least I be full and deny thee and say, who is Yahweh Shem Yahushai?
Right.
Like these actors and these performers and these athletes.
Right. Yo, well,
niggas in general.
Yeah, like niggas in general. Because there's a nigga that actually said to me, what is the Lord going to do for me while I got to pay my bills and shit? You know? Hey, he ain't going to do nothing for you. Because that statement shows your lack of faith. You're going to die in your unfaithfulness. That's what's going to happen to you.
Or at least I be poor and steal and take the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai in vain. Right. And I was, you know, everybody been in that city, they stole some shit. You know, he was at a low estate. Hey, man, you was fucked up, and Most High put you in that situation, man. So you had to seek his name. Right. And he made a way. You wasn't leaning on your own hand to get you the things that you need or the things that you felt necessary.
Right.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Matthew 6:31. Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or withal shall we be clothed? For after all these things do the Gentiles seek. For your heavenly Father knoweth that you have need of all these things. But seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of the Most High, and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. Take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thought for the things in itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof.
Right. Because, hey, don't worry about tomorrow. It got some fucked up shit coming, but hey, it's sufficient. You know, we're gonna deal with that when it comes.
Right.
Take this as day by day, man. Just pray to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I pray to the Lord throughout the day, you know. When I wake up and I go to sleep, you know, give praise to him for just doing things. You know what I'm saying? It just comes as a second nature, man. All right? And the Lord makes a way. If you truly believe in you have a whole heart in him, he going to make a way for his people. Not for everybody, for his people. For his elect, so to speak. 2 Thessalonians 3:10. For even when we were with you, this was commanded you, that if one would not work, neither shall he eat. Right, so we out here doing these works that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has established for us, or has set us aside to do. Alright? And we making a name for Yahweh Shem Shai to push that forward, not a name for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Better yet, not making his name, we just pushing it, man.
Right.
We pushing it because, you know, he's placed us aside to do these things, to do these works, and that's the real work that Yahweh Shem Shai has man set forth to do, was make known. This to be the closing, just to clarify that. This is this is Proverbs 24 and 33. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, and a little folding of the hands. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as when it travaileth, and thy want as an unarmed man.
I mean, basically, don't sleep. Don't sleep too long, man. Because the nigga that enjoys slumbering too long is gonna end up poor. Matter of fact, a nigga that enjoys sleep too much is gonna end up not knowing a goddamn thing like you niggas that sleep right now. You know, y'all basically don't be too comfortable. You know?
Complacent.
Yeah, complacent.
Civilized.
Yeah. 'Cause even if you just chilling and waiting and shit, don't get complacent in this, man. All hell is about to break loose, man. Don't get comfortable in America. Or you gonna start teaching like shit like the Vatican is the Babylon. You know, you're gonna find
and
yourself
saying that Babylon is in America.
Right.
What is that? Israel tried and niggas tried and refried beans.
Right. Yeah, niggas tried and refried, man.
Y'all niggas refried beans, man. Y'all
the Lord got y'all in a trick bag and y'all don't even see it, man.
Right.
Lest ye repent. And I already know, you know, the history on you guys, as far as the tried and refried group, man. The history on y'all is y'all had no mercy, man. And you expecting mercy when you had none.
You beating your servants.
Right.
Beating your servants.
Exactly. Yeah, basically, hey, man, at least you repent, man. You better fucking repent, man. So stop with all that proud shit. Pride, what? Pride come before a fall. And everything that y'all teaching now is full of pride. And that's why y'all going off the way you going off.
This is the last one. This is Ecclesiastes 13 and 13. Well, we can start at 12. It says, and further, by these, my son, be admonished, of making many books there is no end, and much study is a weariness of the flesh.
Right, a weariness of the flesh, because what is it? The more you read, the more bad your eyes become, and so on and so forth, man.
And the more you know, you got a lot on your mind.
You
reading a lot of that shit, man. It ain't a moment I don't think about. I'm sitting in my house, I'm just thinking about them motherfuckers. And one day they may kick in my fucking shit. You feel me? I understand how real this shit is.
Right.
You know, and I'll never get that fucked up. I teach that to my children. My wife knows. And we talk about it. You understand? We understand how real this shit is. This ain't no fucking joke. You know what I'm saying? We know what we're putting online when we worship Yahweh Shem Shai. That's our life. That's also our spirit and our salvation, so I can go the way that he would have it. Right. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh Shem Shai and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man.
Fear Yahweh Shem Shai and keep his commandments. This is the whole duty of man. And what is a real man? An Israelite man.
That's it.
Not everybody else. How they called us 3/4 of a man, they ain't even half of a man. They're not men. They're heathens.
Beasts.
Yeah, they are beasts. They ain't even men, they are beasts, man.
For Yahweh shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing. Wasn't that a secret that was hid? That the so-called Edomites weren't a white man, right?
Right.
And it's still trying to be hidden. It was also hidden that everybody's supposed to be a fucking caveman. Alright, but the only caveman on this planet, or there ever was to be, was a fucking so-called white man.
Right.
Everybody didn't originate with that shit. That's
Right.
only you motherfucking Neanderthalic demons.
Mm-hmm.
With every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. This good
Mm-hmm.
thing is this truth. It was his held secret. Now it's known to the world. And then it says, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Evil, the Edomite is revealed, the man of perdition is revealed. And so are these 2/3 niggas, man, that's trying to push this word from these camps that, that's been discussed amongst all great millstone and tonight. So, you know.
With that, we're going to say shalom. We hope you brothers was edified. All praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. And a salutation to you, brother, in truth that's teaching this word in truth and sincerity. We almost out of here. Stay strong. Shalom.
Shalom.